BCom Commerce Costing Methods Introduction, presented by A.K. Mekla. Unit 3 Process Costing, Introduction to Process Costing. In this we are going to see the meaning and definition. Generally, the meaning of process costing is that process costing is a distinct process involved while converting raw materials into finished product. Apart from that, we are having some of the general meanings. Process costing is a distinct process involved while converting raw materials into finished product. Process costing is a term used in cost accounting to describe one method of collecting and assigning manufacturing cost to the units produced or production. A processed cost system is used when nearly identical units are mass produced or bulk production. Process costing is an accounting methodology that traces and accumulates direct cost and allocates indirect cost of a manufacturing process. Costs are assigned to products usually in a large batch, which might include an entire month's production. Eventually, costs have to be allocated to individual units of product. Process costing assigns average cost to each unit, and it is the opposite extreme of job costing, which attempts to measure individual cost of production of each unit. Process costing is usually a very significant and important chapter. It is a method of assigning cost to units of production in companies producing large quantities of homogeneous products. That means products of identical nature, color, taste, size, etc. Apart from that, process costing is suitable for industries where production is having a continuous flow. A process can be referred to as the sub-unit of an organization specifically defined for cost collection purpose. Process costing is useful or found to be most suitable for industries engaged in continuous manufacture of products in bulk, in which the units of products are uniform and cannot be differentiated. The products cannot be differentiated. That means the products are similar in nature. Apart from that, we shall see the definitions given by various authors. Scholar Weldon defines process costing is a method of costing used to ascertain the cost of the product at each process, operation or stage of manufacture. CIMA defines process costing as the costing method applicable where goods or services result from a sequence of continuous or repetitive operations or processes. Cost are averaged over the units produced during the period. According to this definition, the process costing method is applicable wherever, in whichever companies, the goods or services result from a continuous operations. That means it is applicable to the companies where the operations or the processes are continuous or repetitive in nature, and here the costs are averaged over the units produced during the period. During a specific period, the total cost are divided by the total number of units produced, then the unit cost can be derived. Another author, Kohler, defines process costing as a method of accounting whereby costs are charged to processes or operations and averaged over units produced. According to him, process costing is a accounting method. He says process costing is a accounting method. In this, the costs are charged to processes or operations. In the company, there are a lot of operations and processes. Here, the total cost is identified and it helps to find out the operational cost for each and every processes, or for each and every operation how much cost the company has incurred. And with the help of this, the company can find out the unit cost, that is the total cost divided by the number of units produced, so that the company can get the unit cost of a particular process or particular operation or particular stage of production. The process costing is employed principally where a finished product is the result of a more or less continuous operation, and it is applicable in paper mills, refineries, canneries and chemical plants, and it is also distinguished from job costing. And in job costing, the costs are assigned to specific orders, lots or units. Already in previous classes we might have seen job costing. Job costing is in job costing, the costs are assigned only for specific orders. To find out the cost for a specific order whichever the company has got, how much cost incurred for the particular specific order. So job costing helps to find out the cost incurred for a particular or specific order, so that company can make a profit, can find out the profit, can determine the profit for a specific order. For a specific order or for a lot, some bulk of products or some units also, job costing helps. Whereas process costing is useful or found to be most suitable for industries engaged in continuous manufacture of products in bulk, in which where the units of products are uniform and cannot be differentiated. In process costing, the units of products are identical and they are all similar in nature. So process costing is generally helps to find out the cost incurred for homogeneous products for a certain process. So in the certain process, the products are identical or the work in process are identical. The processes, various stages, the type of process is identical and type of the finished good for each and every process is identical. It may be adopted, the process costing may be adopted in organizations producing a single commodity in bulk or a group of products of different types. It is also suitable for industries, chemical works, sugar mills, oil refining, textiles, breweries, rubber works, tanning works, bottling companies, packing, mining, gas manufacturing, electric supply undertakings, food processing and fruit canning, etc. Apart from this, we shall also see what type of the basic steps in accounting for process cost. Generally, there are four basic steps and they are: first, the company has to summarize the flow of physical units of output. Secondly, the company has to compute the number of outputs in terms of equivalent units. Thirdly, the company has to summarize the total cost to account for and compute equivalent unit cost. And finally, the company has to assign the total cost to units completed and to units in ending work in progress inventory. That means the company has to assign the total cost to finished goods and to units which are all ending finished work in progress inventory. Finished in the sense final work in progress inventory. How much is still left out? It's still incompleted. That stock should also be taken into account while assigning total cost. Then we shall also say in this case, just generally, there is some relationship between job order costing and process costing. Though we shall see the differences later and we shall make a comparison between the job order costing and the process costing. In this session, we shall see the relationship between job order costing and process costing. How the journal entries have to be written. The journal entries for process costing are the same as those for job order costing. There is with only one exception. That is the entry to transfer cost from one work in process account to another is work in process inventory. Second department, we should make a debit to the left side we have to write. Then work in process, first department should make a credit that is written in the right side. And apart from that, we should see we have given in this session some of the references.